Alright, hello everyone and welcome back. Hope you're all doing well today. Gaming Luminary here. Today we're back again live with Mario Kart World and yeah, hope everyone's doing well. We're here. About to bring in some more multiplayer since it's been a while since it is the new year, so why not bring some Mario Kart World here. And it's also been a while since I've pretty much played the game. So anyways, without further ado, who's in the chat? I'm gonna check here. It doesn't look like anyone's in the chat as of yet. But for those that are here now, I appreciate it. For those that are just tuning in, to let y'all know, we're gonna be doing some multiplayer, maybe some friend lobbies. We'll see. And then yeah, I'm pretty much gonna do that today. I decided to do that today because I'm gonna do a single player tomorrow with some Legend of Zelda again, so that'll be fun. Just a little FYI for y'all in case you're wondering what's been going on. And yeah, I just have to do something kind of a little bit different, in between besides single player. Since I kind of did one the other day not long ago, so we are going to continue with that with ZA hopefully next week. So let's see who we got in our chats. Oh, hello Mason, welcome in. I also got Jessica as well. Says hi. I was playing Mario Kart World today and it was fun. Awesome. Well, I'm glad to hear that there, Jessica. Well, welcome in. So yeah, it'll be open to everyone. Just a reminder for everyone, if you have me added to some Switch account or something, you could do that. Otherwise, we'll put the code up on pinned messages as we speak. What I'll do is I will put a open lobby for everyone to join in. So we're gonna do some friends lobbies. Let's see here. We'll start off by doing that, and then if anyone wants to join, they can do so. Let's see here. Can't wait for next week. What's happening next week there, Mason? You may have to remind me. I know I can't wait till tomorrow, so that's gonna be fun. I know you and I are gonna do some Zelda. As far as I know, at least, unless subject to change, but otherwise, it's on the table, so that's nice. Yeah, that'll be our part one for that one. Anyway, yeah, now we'll continue with Galaxy 2 and all that as well eventually. Let's be regular Koopa, why not? But I might change it up a little bit with my cart. Let's see here. I guess I'll pick why not? I'll do that one. Does it cost money to join? No, it's absolutely free to join there, Jessica. It doesn't cost anything at all. Yeah, by all means, I'm not asking for any kind of, donations or anything like that. It's free to join. That's the point of tonight, is to have viewers join, right? So the code will be up in the chat for those that are wondering. And I'm here, BF. Welcome in there, Jeff. I see that you're here. Welcome in. So I'll pin the message for those that want to join. Let's see here. I'm just going to type it in just in case any of y'all don't get it. So there's today's code. I got it right. There we go. Let's give that a pin message there. There we go. Alright, so code is up on the screen, if that makes it easier. Yeah, just input the code, and I'll be just in the lobbies waiting, sitting around for a bit. Question, voice commentary. Not commentary necessarily, no, but I will be doing, action after party for tonight. Kind of had that in mind, if that makes sense there, Mason, if you're interested in that. For those of you that are interested as well, yeah, I was planning to do an after party. I haven't done one a bit. I figured, why not just do that? And that's right. Neither can I. So yeah, I have that on pre-order. That's something I am gonna have to work on very soon. In fact, maybe question mark my after party. That might be something I can do. I don't know. It's more of an off-stream topic, in my opinion, to kind of get my island ready. It's in the works and the progress, like everyone else has been doing right now. I imagine there's a lot floating around. I've noticed with stream-wise, I've noticed people have been taking Animal Crossing more differently now, I guess, with the new update. So it's going to be coming up very soon. And yeah, it's a very chill game. I'm looking forward to playing again this year. After party, yes, let's go. And you know, it's make the after party a little bit more good fun. I mean, I was gonna do some Animal Crossing, so you can join too if you want, Mason. You can help with the cleanup. I mean, I'm just trying to get rid of. I did get rid of some slopes and things. I got rid of one because I'm trying to redecorate the way the cliffs are a bit here and there. I've been doing bits of it, so any kind of fruits and stuff I'm just putting aside for now, and if I want to replant some, I will, you know, and that sort of thing. As long as I have one of each fruit, I'm fine, which I'm going to make sure of. Otherwise, I may have to just go to islands and get them, but I've been storing the fruit away, some of it for just planting for the future, and then pretty easy stuff, especially with flowers. I've been very careful with that as well, so my rarest flowers I'm going to be careful of. I know, like, my gold flowers and stuff, those are the ones I really want to keep outside. But, all that's going to change, I guess, with the update with storage, which will be good. Pretty sure, if I'm not mistaken, from, like, the update. So, I hope I'm not too loud, guys. Let me know. I mean, please let me know. If not, we're good. So, I'm gonna buy the Switch 2 version. Oh, good for you, Mason. Wow. It's very expensive to buy that red cart. I mean, shoot. I'm just getting the upgrade version this time around. I mean, because, besides, I had an eShop card I got from, like, the holidays for $50, so, hey, that's gonna pay for it, right? I think it was, like, $8 Canadian just for the expansion pack on the original Switch game, so I thought, oh, I'll just do it this time around. I'm gonna do that for now. Like, I know there's collector's edition, like, well, for a collector, they'd be going after it for sure. I'm not going to really right now because of the price, but yeah, I'm focused. I'm gonna get more into, like, games, you know, that aren't really have or not released yet, basically. But also for current ones, I'm going to try to get my hands on, like, Cyberpunk and things like that, but those are just a few to name that I have on my bucket list to kind of obtain for my collection. So, I haven't really played much of Cyberpunk. I personally, I used to play it on PlayStation 4, I think. That was the last time I played some of that. On the Switch, it'll be kind of different, obviously with the whole on-the-go ability. Which is why I like games on Switch better. Part of it. Let's see here. I am playing GTA right now, making myself some chicken noodle soup for dinner tonight. Yeah. Oh, that sounds good. That sounds really good. I just had some McDonald's, because, like, I had to drop off, like, my nephew earlier with my dad, and, well, I mean, we ate inside, and, like, my brother's place is close by, so we was like, oh, we'll just drop him off on the way, and it was fine, but yeah, that's the only reason why I wasn't sure if I was going to stream today, because I didn't know what time it was, you know, with my family stuff going on. But it was fine. I was like, oh, okay, well, he'll be home and back to school tomorrow, so then I thought, okay, well, I can stream today, after I found out the schedule, so. Let's see here. $65, no way. I've been time traveling on Animal Crossing. That's a good way to do it. I mean, time travel for, like, the fast track of, like, the demolishment of stuff and moving stuff in. That's the one thing I haven't really done as way of the regular time because I haven't been on it much. Yeah, Animal Crossing is gonna be really fun. I'm gonna be more into it for sure. I'm sure many others will be as well. I'd hope. I think a lot of people, they're gonna be buying the expansion pack. I think. I feel like the vast majority, unless you're like a collector like myself, and willing to spend that extra money just for the the game plus the expansion pack. I mean, it's a lovely red cartridge. I like my red cartridges, but at the same time, I don't want to be paying $100 Canadian for it. So, yeah. I mean, shoot, when I got Metroid for Christmas, it was $100, and it was an expensive game. So, anyways. But, I mean, eventually, maybe I'll buy it that way, but who knows. Won't be anytime soon, at least. I don't care about what people say about time traveling. It's a cheater. Who cares? I want to make a lot of progress. Well, that's just it. Time traveling, in my opinion, doesn't hurt you as much. I mean, they're all NPCs anyways. They're just gonna talk to you almost the same. Or, oh, I haven't seen you in like a couple days. It's all NPC written. It's not like it's I don't know. I'm kind of mad about it. Only because like I don't really. I just mainly like because my island right now. I'm mainly just been focusing on moving and removing stuff here and there. So I'm trying to make more room too, because there'll be more new items coming out and more missions to do. That's kind of why like I'm trying to, stay up to date with everything. Also get items I don't have already. So there's kind of that, but we'll see. I'm gonna get on the game tonight. Actually, more and more I think about it, because it's gonna come up fast. We're already on the 8th of this month. It'll come out the 15th, I think it said, because I got the email from the eShop store, and they said, well, yeah, here, this is your pre-order, and you got your expansion pass and whatever. So I've never pre-ordered a DLC. This is the first time doing it for me. So good for me is that I was able to use some of my eShop card, and I wouldn't have to worry about a credit card at the end of the day. So it's one of those things. It was less of a hassle for me. So I mean, I maybe. If I didn't have eShop, would I have bought an eShop card? The answer is yes. I probably would have just for that purpose. But since I have one, well, it works out better. So, and I mean, if there's like an eShop exclusive or an only game, I might consider buying. I don't know. I know there's that wheelchair baseball or basketball game I wanted to try out. So I was thinking of either buying that or maybe even a Pokemon DLC. I was thinking about it. But I've thought about it. I'm not 100% sure. Like, sure, I could buy the Donkey Kong DLC and all that. I think it's like $10 difference, though. The Pokemon is a more expensive DLC out of them. So, I mean, yeah. When you mathematically you have seen the price on it, it's like $10 difference, I think, compared to like the Donkey Kong DLC. And yeah. Nintendo? I know. Well, they have price everything. It's wild. And VTW, thanks for doing this, GF. Oh, you're welcome there, GF. I know what you're going through tomorrow. So that's kind of part of the reason why. That's that. Well, not just that, but like, I don't know. I say it's been a while since I've done Mario Kart World. I figured the newest one would be more cheerful and all that kind of cool stuff. So. Okay, nobody's joined yet. So if no one joins, we'll just do some online. And if any interest is shown, guys, you're more than welcome to speak out. If you wanna, we'll still end up doing a lobby. Let's see here. About time for other colors. Okay. Oh yeah, I heard about that. I did hear about that, yes. Let's see. Always be careful of DMs, my friends, except I know who you are, Mason. That was really weird. At the same time, they got me to 2 years. That's weird. I'm gonna kindly delete that. No offense. Yeah, so you're talking about the light purple and it's the light green. So purple and light green, or they're light colors, I should say. That's cool. They're doing the purple and all that. It's about time. I agree. For the price you're paying for them, I mean, you gotta have other colors besides just the standard, ones, right? I'm gonna go back to my dashboard of my phone. Oops. One sec, guys. Okay, sounds good, Mason. Yeah, lobbies are open. I'll leave it open for you. I just had to make sure to go to my mod view. I have it on my my cell line now because I tend to have it open. Either that or I could put it on my big screen, which I have my Nightbot up now, which, by the way, I'm going to test that. Make sure to join our Discord as well. It's also in the link tree if this doesn't pop up today. I hope it does. It should pop up. I know I had to update it. Let's see if it'll work. Yep, there we go. Let's fix that problem. Be sure to join our Discord. Thanks for your interest in today's lobbies there, Mason. Appreciate it. See here. Okay, nobody's in another chat. Just checking to make sure. Okay, so it does work for editing roles too. Yeah, your name's still part of the blue. I noticed that. So I couldn't really. I looked into it. It turns out that even if you're still an editor, your name pops up as specific color on YouTube. So I don't know, to be honest. You were still my like editor, I quote, right? So what it is. Oh gosh, excuse me. All right, we'll go ahead and start a game. Let's do we'll do 6 races if that's cool, and then we'll do 2-minute intermissions. Then yeah. Oh, at least one good thing they updated with this game is specific fixes, which is good to see from before. Anyhow, we're gonna go with this one. Why not? But yeah. Also, I assume you're still in the chat there, Mason. You know that same Lego kit we both got? I have completed it. So yeah, not to brag. It looks amazing. Honestly, I really like the light. In fact, I'll take a picture to show you. So I have it displayed right now on the Pixar light, right? The Lego version. So it turns out, I'm able to like put the light kit on, within the light bulb, like somehow, right? And you see, I think I mentioned about it for y'all in the audience. If you're wondering what I'm talking about, I've got a Lego set for Christmas, and I got the Lego Pixar light, like off the Toy Story movies and all that. When it bounces on the ball, well, that's what the set's about. But I have a light kit now where I'm going to try to install it inside the light bulb, and I take the artificial one out and then put it in there. So I'll have to figure that out maybe tomorrow, but we'll see. Let's see here. Anywho's, let's see. I will let you know what happens tomorrow, most likely when I get back home, BF. Okay, sounds good there, GF. Yeah, keep me in the loop there. About tomorrow, and I do know what you're talking about. It's very I should put discreet or very personal information, so let alone the situation. Let's see here. I'm looking onto some of the soundboard sounds for the server, and it makes sense with us commentary. The rest community. I misread your comment. Makes sense with the US community. Yeah, it does. I'm not opposed to any kind of soundboards as long as they're appropriate enough and they're not any cause any harm or whatever. Certain soundboards I think are fine. I feel like there's ones that are just a little bit cringe, no offense, and that's why I'm thinking. Well, to think of that topic, actually, there's some soundboards I don't mind, but there's others. Okay, that's just too cringe. You know, so yeah, I don't know. Looks like I got first place though. Is it just us? I think it's just us. I didn't realize that. Oh well. I forgot to put in, or no, I did. Never mind. I just realized that now. I thought I forgot CPUs for a second there. I was gonna say, I thought I put in CPUs. I normally do, so won't be as many CPUs unless players joined normally. But I also want to bring back Mario Kart 8 Deluxe one of these times too, as well, since I know that's also a hit. Oh, whoa. A dino right there. Yeah, feel free to message me or text me, whatever's easiest there, Jeff, about like what's happened or happening, I guess. In terms of tomorrow. On an interesting note there, so I don't know. I don't know what happened here, but I got a brand new headset, right? I need a new like headset for gaming, right? And I found it at Walmart, alright? And there was two of the same ones in like a discounted section. I was like, what the hell? What is say for example, okay, what's a HyperX Cloud 3 wireless headset doing there? And I thought, okay, wait a minute. And this is a story I should tell you all, by the way. Hold that thought here. Also, I'm going to look into the emotes the server. Oh, like brand new emotes? Yeah, emotes are cool to use. And sounds good there, Jeff. So back to my story. Oh yeah, right. So I went to Walmart. This was like the other day, and I mean, I used some of my Christmas like gift card, whatever, like my prepaid MasterCard towards headset. So I don't know, this headset. It was for some reason the box was like kind of like, and I said to the lady, I said, oh yeah, I like that headset there. I knew it cost a little bit because it's a wireless and it's a decent quality headset, and I looked up reviews and yada yada. So, I'm like, and I said, hold on. I said, is this box ripped open already? I see the seal's broken. She goes, oh no, it's. I said, oh yes, it is. I said, do you want me to show you a YouTube video on this? I said, how are you gonna sell that now? I said, I said, in this, and then she goes, I said, okay, go get your manager. She says, I like to see this sell. I said, nobody's gonna sell. This is considered open box, right? So the HyperX seal at the bottom, right, has a very, very identical seal. And if that's broken, that's open box. I'm sorry, but it is. So the manager comes by, and she saw, like, you know, the thing was broken, right? Like somebody had already opened it. Didn't make sense to me. And I said, well, this is considered open box. And she goes, oh yeah. I says, no. And then what happened was they gave me an open box discount on it, on the microphone headset. And I said, oh yeah, deal. All right, I'll do it. So turns out they gave me an open box price, whereas the other one was not. The seal was not broken on it. So yeah, that's the story I'll tell you all. I got a discount, and the microphone was completely untouched. The only thing that was touched, apparently, was a sticker. I don't know how that got peeled off, but that is considered an open box. It don't matter. That's just what I looked at it too. Like the box was like not even opened. It's just the seal was, I quote, broken, right? So anyway, thank God they were able to sell it to me, because I don't know what they would have done with it. Perfectly good working headset. It's considered new, brand new, right? So anyway, that's kind of my story on that. Headset works great. It had all like everything intact, and nobody really went into the box, so it was kind of weird. But anyways, yeah. Oh yeah, it was HyperX 3 cloud headset. It was the S version. It's a really good headset too. Like, that's not good, especially a high quality headset like that. Yeah, like the cloth was on top of the when I opened the box, it was untouched. It was smelt brand new. It was like, okay, this is weird. And yeah, the instructions were there, so it was definitely something happened. Maybe during shipping, I don't know. But that's not great. Most of these companies now will have a specific seal on it. I know I'm kind of repeating myself, but same with laptops. There's a specific tape they'll put on it, right? That tape's broken. You might want to slap a 10% on there if you can help it. But anyway, I'm just being sarcastic here. Anywho, I digress, guys, but yeah, I always check your products when buying it from either Walmart or anywhere. You know, if the seals are broken, especially on food products. Because, I mean, with food products, I would never... If I saw something broken, no, I would not buy it. You know, if the seal's broken, right? Zia Hedgehog Pet, welcome in. 7850, 50, welcome. And, yeah, welcome to the stream. Hope you're doing well. Thanks for hanging out in the chat. Appreciate it. So yeah, I got lucky with that one, I think, and I think, you know, like they say there's a 2-year limited warranty on it. I mean, I always keep my boxes for a while, so I'm gonna keep the box in a safe place with the receipt. And you know, if something were to go wrong with the headset, I got 2 years, so that's good for limited warranty. The limited warranty for 2 years is pretty darn good on a headset these days. So if something were to crap out on it, well, I had to go to, you know, the company to fight for X and say, hey, something's wrong with my headset. I need a replacement. So that's what that basically means. But anyway, let's see here. I'm doing good and just joined your server. Nice. Well, thanks for joining our server. Appreciate it. We'll definitely set you up with some roles. And we welcome you in. Yeah, we're going to do an after party as a reminder to you all. Nonetheless, thanks for joining us. Make sure we have everyone in here. Okay, cool. Yeah, you're more than welcome to join our server. It's a community server for everyone to join. So, and thanks for the GGs. Denmark YT says hello. Welcome in. I think they mean hello, so. Denmark, welcome in. I put our Discord link just in case y'all need it. It's there. Here we go. GG's and oof, says Mason. Oh, you mean based on the score? Fair enough. Oh, did you lag out? Oh my goodness. I hope you join back soon. That's why I try to put about a minute in between. That way, you have y'all join in and hang out. Yeah, you're welcome. Yeah, and also welcome in. Let me see here. Yeah, it was unfortunate, Mason. Yeah, you'll get those stray ones once in a while, but you know, you got DC'd. Oof! Now that's why you said that. Okay. I hope you join back in the next one or during the set. Lots of more Animal Crossing. All right, fair enough. Hey, that's no problem. We got someone here. It's cool. And yeah, you can join whenever. All good. All right. Let's see here. Oh, okay, we're going to this one. Oh, nice. Yeah, but that's something I'm going to do during my after party on the server. On my Discord server, we're going to chat and hang out and be like an after party, like I said. Look, I know I sound like a repeating, you know, things, but I did say about the after party, so we're going to be hanging out there. If anyone wants to join, they can. And we'll just be chatting and doing some Animal Crossing. Mainly because I'm trying to prepare for the stream, so. It's not going to be too far off till we know it after this weekend. It's going to come up very fast, you know, with the way things are going. In Spanish, yeah, that's what I thought. I knew it went to hello, like they were trying to speak Spanish. So I thought I knew that, and I was right. So, but I appreciate the heads up there, GF. You surprised with Discord gift I gave you, lol? Yeah, I saw that. Yeah, thank you for the PFP. That's pretty cool. I like that design. Well, it goes along with my stuff. Or my collection. I don't know if I have anything else other than that, but I don't really have all that much. I don't buy much on Discord. Really too much. There hasn't been much like Nitro or stuff. I mean, I had Nitro at the time. I just had to cancel it. I couldn't pay for it. Unfortunately, so... Of course, everyone likes Disco Nitro because it usually helps the server out, but there hasn't been much boosting lately. I'm very Spanish, trust. For sure, I'm glad you're able to speak English as well. Because normally it's English only in our chats. I try my best to say hello, you know, in their respected languages, but I can't always guarantee. I know Spanish like hello, but I think I used to watch. Oh God, I'm trying to remember that show. It was English and Spanish. It was some kids show. I wished I remembered the name. I think it was Spanish too because it was a kids show to like say hey. I think it was to represent like English and Spanish, right? So it's pretty interesting. It was pretty educational. I think what do you call it? I think one of my brothers might have watched it. I don't remember. I mean, I remember growing up with it many times over and watched it, so I wish I could remember what show it was. Anyways. Dora! That was it! Yes, Dora the Explorer. Oh yeah, Diego! I think... Oh my god. Okay, I remember now. There was Dora in the show Diego. I think his name was Diego? Something like that? Yeah. Oh gosh, okay, you remember now. Yeah, like on the map, and yeah, those were the good old days. Oh yeah. I used to watch that show a lot. It was funny too, that, you know. Let's see here, no problem, FC code. Yeah, actually, if you want my FC, if you want. There we go. Only us moderators and myself can use it, just an FYI for y'all that don't know. I hope it works. There we go. Yeah, it's for moderator, not my use only. Or editors. I said it to where like also editors can use it. Yes, that's right. Blue's Clues, my childhood. That was the TV show Dora, if I remember, BF. Yeah, it was Dora the Explorer. Yeah. Yep, there's a pinned message. That's for the code for everyone that wants to join us tonight. Yeah. Appreciate the interest, everyone. We got some people here. Yeah, the code's on screen if anyone wants to join. And if they want to chat in the YouTube chat, they can. But the code's there. I put it on a code basis. It's just a lot easier than the whole friend code thing, I find. Like, sure, you can join through the friends, but because of the abundance or how many people we may have at times, I tend to find it easier for the codes. So, pretty much what that is. Yes, it was Dora and Diego, BF. That's what I thought, yeah. They were talking about Spanish language. I thought, oh yeah, I know some of these Spanish words from, like, that and stuff like that. Alright, let's go. We got a few people, nice. Instant Shipyard W. Oh yeah. Fair. There's some good like tracks on here. I'd say, I don't know. I like that Star one I went on. Well, of course I like Star is my favorite, but I don't know. I think someone asked me a while ago what my favorite like track was, a race track I guess on this game. It was hard for me to answer that because at the time I didn't really like there's so many to name, right? And I like the Star one. One of my ones I like to play on. But the Dino one's cool. I like that one. So this game's definitely got a good feel to it, you know, an interesting different kind of feel than the other game was. Which I'll be bringing back eventually, I just don't know when. Or do you want to tell everyone in the chat how much work I did in the last 2 months to 2025? Well, I can tell you this much, guys. Like, there was so Mason's also aka our editor now. you see, you did a lot of like the whole thumbnails thing, like kind of been updating some stuff, and what do you call it? Yeah, like we've been just doing like mainly thumbnail making, isn't that right? They're making lot to talk about there, and obviously previous stuff like that had to be kind of updated and that sort of thing. So there is some hidden streams like on privatized because there was at the time, you know, was it the rough estimate of when we were going to do the streams, but I wasn't entirely sure. So, but I thought, okay, next time I come back, I want to do multiplayer, and I was right. It only made sense because tomorrow I'll be doing, I would hope, Legend of Zelda. Be one of the old ones though. I've been doing retro days again, which we have done already. Doing another title. I know a little bit of Spanish, but not a lot. But yeah, I'm the same way about it. Like I know a bit of Spanish too. I just don't know everything in Spanish really. Like it'd be hard for me to translate everything. That's why, like, no offense to anyone in the chat, but you know, my English, I've been always English streams specifically because you know. Because what if somebody, you know, one day, I'm not saying they would do this, but, you know, they could say something not, you know, right, and, yeah, that's kind of the reason, that's another reason why I don't do other, like, a multi-language base for my chat. So, because sadly, I've had people, you know, in here that only spoke, say, Japanese or whatever, and I'm thinking, sorry, I can't speak Japanese. Oh, I don't know. Anyways, that shock saved first so bad. Yeah, that all true. Wow. Okay, so you got second, and okay, I guess I'm still in first. I mean, to be fair, I did start it up kind of earlier on. The shock dodge. I remember those. Oh, I remember those. The shock waves. Let's see. We could try the episode idea, but it was failure. That's another thing too, guys. We've been trying to change kind of like the episode idea because I come to the realization that you know the episode idea it's not a lot of people use it. I find anymore. Just depends on what came, but. All aside from that, it does take up a lot of room on the thumbnails, and that's also the reason why there's been a lot of updates on like my previous stuff because we thought, oh, okay, maybe the episode idea things is taking up too much room on the thumbnails. Turns out, I think, you know, the background images are better, and there's more room for you know like art stuff like that on there. So. At least it gives us bigger gaps, because if in the future, you know, I do a multi-collab stream, for example, you know, we'll know what we're also kind of up against. Because on, what do you call it? On those types of thumbnails, I need a lot of space if I put all the, what do you call it? All like the PNGs and that up there for the channels for shoutouts normally. So. Which is something I haven't really particularly done in a while, because there's been a lot of... Look, I'm not going to say why on here, but that's why I'm going to be also having an after party to talk to you guys about something. And by the way, it will be something that I'm not willing to share on here at all. This is something that should be off stream talk, because... Yeah, you may know what I'm talking about, based on the way I'm, like, describing it, but yeah, it's not good. All I could say. It's one of those history repeat itself things, sadly, and it's just really sad to, you know, actually hear about that now, so. It is what it is. I'm still continuing streaming, and, you know, there's things here. I don't know if any of y'all know about it. Maybe some do, but that's not to, what do you call it, poke at it here. Anywho, let's see. Oh right, on Team Retro projects. Yeah. True. There's been so there's been stuff going on YouTube that I've noticed lately. Let's put it that way. Like, no, it doesn't directly affect me, but it's just that, you know, there's been a, I hope there hasn't been any confusion, you know, and that's why in my admin chat we've had to address this with the whole, you know, thing of that. So, let's see, Mario Kart 8, Animal Crossing, Splatoon, and Minecraft. Yeah, Minecraft I want to bring back to, once I get the realm going. In fact, nonetheless, I could definitely stream on Spinalcraft again. I want to get that going. That's something I want to get going this year. You know, there's, I mean, stuff changes all the time there. I have that option of bringing more Minecraft content in the future. That's a server that everybody can join. Like, I mean, anyone and everybody can join that server, as well as mine. But the difference with that is, with the Spinalcraft server, you have to, you know, obey by rules as much as me. But there, it's more so like, hey, if you break a rule on Spinalcraft, you'd be in for it. Basically meaning, you know, be able to play anymore on it. There's been times where that's happened to people, and I tell them, it's like, well, you know, what can I say? You gotta obey by the rules at times. So, anyway. Alright, my last lap, kind of slow on the grass, but hey, I'll take 5th. It's a good game though, everyone. Let's see here. BTW, the only reason why I know what you was talking about before was because I think I used to watch it when I was little and still watch it on and off to this day. Just like Barney and Blue's Clues in that BTW. And there's nothing wrong with that. I mean, shoot. I have a friend that still watches, like, you know, for example, the show Little Bear. I mean, that was a Canadian show. God, I still watch. I mean, it's fine. Watch your childhood memories. Don't let it die on you, you know? And life is too short, like everything else in life, you know? That's my oldest motto, I guess, you know? We're watching, you know, you're watching stuff, and then, you know, you're... No judgment at all for that, you know? That's my one motto in my whole stream circle of things. I don't care what you talk about, you know? If you're saying you're watching a TV show of your childhood memories, oh well, who cares? So be a kid again, you know what I mean? You know, can't be all serious in life all the time. That's, you know, unfortunately the problem with some of our online presence, which is very unfortunate, but what are you gonna do? You can't change people's minds, and you can't make everyone happy, which is virtually hard now. So, anyhow, let's see here. I'm talking about the thumbnails. Oh, the thumbnails! Oh, okay. True. Well, yeah, we'll need another Mario Kart 8 one. The Animal Crossing one's there, and then, I mean, if we're talking about long term, yeah, we're gonna need some for those. I'm talking about, like, upcoming streams for a second. It's like, eh. A little hung up on that, I guess. In terms of that. And I appreciate the likes on the stream as well. Let's see here. Awesome, we got some likes. Thank you guys. Appreciate the likes on today's stream. All right, let's go. And here's the thing with this game now. I figured it'd be a great time to bring it back because, you know, of from the holidays, that maybe people picked it up for Christmas, for example, right? Because most of the Switch game that you'd get, pretty much number one would be this one, because that Switch model, one of them came with the game. So, redos for Mario Kart 8 is a nightmare. I bet. Yeah, those are, because there's a lot of those too. Oh, you're talking about doing the redos. Oh gosh, yeah, that was... There's a lot of them, and I know there's certain like games I played more of than I did say certain single player games or whatever it is. But there's certain ones I played, you know, more often than others, or I've had to do a second playthrough. You know, like Wind Waker, for an example. I mean, I've strung that game like 2 or 3 times because you know Switch Online. Speaking of Switch Online, though, I did want to bring a Wario game to the channel, and that would be Wario World. Yeah, the Wario game for the GameCube. That's something I wanted to do as well for the Switch Online version of it. That would be good to do. I'd like to play that game again. And I'm not. I'm gonna tell you this. I'm not gonna do 100% in that game. It's like for me to do that. Oh gosh, I would be. It'd be kind of a bit of a nightmare for me. Because, I mean, I could do some challenges to a certain degree, but there's some I'm like, oh my gosh, this is so frustrating. You know. So, anyways, yeah. It is a great game for what it is, though, in my opinion. Actually, I'm gonna go do that once all everything's done. I have my water bottle right here, so I'm okay. Let's see here. Thanks for liking the live there, Jeff, as well. I appreciate the likes. Thank you. I don't know if I can catch up to anybody, but we'll see. Oh, lava here. Oh, I almost caught up to him. The base game is done and DLC is different story. Yeah, it is. True enough, though. Well, it's just like Donkey Kong, you know, I don't really see myself, like, really at any time soon, say, doing the Coast story or whatever it is, right? So, that's why I didn't really rush to buy the DLC yet. Alright, nice. Oh, okay. I guess I'm first overall, surprisingly. Alright, GG's. On that note, I came in first, so that's great. And congrats to everyone in their places. So not to worry, I will do a BRB or right back, so stand by. As a friendly reminder to everyone, the code is up on the screen if anyone wants to join. I appreciate your patience in this matter, and appreciate the fun. That was fun. Thanks for playing, gamers. Yeah, thank you for playing. Anyway, on that note, I will be right back, everyone. Stand by. BRB. Alright, I'm back. Nice. So, let's see here. We'll go and start the game up. Appreciate your patience, everyone. We'll start here. There we go. Oh, got it started. I was right, BF. I used to watch it when I was younger. Asked my sister to make sure, BF. Oh, okay. Oh, yeah, the Dora and Diego? Yeah. Well, it only makes sense because we grew up in like the early 2000s or whatever. Oh, I can't remember when it came out. Yeah, like Barney and all that stuff. It was shows we used to watch when we were kids. Like Teletubbies, all that kind of stuff. They're all shows that I used to watch when I was growing up too. I still remember them to this day because I was re-reminded, but also like, I just remember. Like Sesame Street. There are all kinds of the good shows. I mean, they have some shows that are kind of the same, but they're not quite the same. The sad part is like, I don't know. There's always been this topic, like, even in YouTube videos and stuff. They're like, "Oh, today's kids will never understand this, will never understand that." Well, let me tell you something. In my honest opinion, I wouldn't say that's necessarily entirely true. Because here's the thing: this is just me, in my opinion. I mean, maybe if you're introduced the youngins towards, something like what you used to watch, then maybe they will be interested. Maybe not. But you gotta keep reintroducing it because once they start getting older, growing up, well, they'll start noticing. And that's the thing. I was introduced to stuff that, even with my dad growing up and my mom, they introduced me to stuff when they were young as kids. Now, sure, there's certain stuff they couldn't really. I mean, they had to explain it to me when I was older, but there was certain stuff that I was introduced to both worlds even as a kid, which was cool because I had the best of both worlds, like in my current time, whereas even those times too, and I kind of grew up that way, which was awesome because. I think of it now, I'm like, wow, I got it really lucky, I was able to experience both worlds in the current and old times, and honestly, it was great, Because right now, there's just so much, the internet's more open and whatever. It's like, when you go back in a time capsule, even for me, as far back I can remember, the internet was not the same, and most certainly anything else out there wasn't, and I've come a really long way. I'm still in the era of, hey, I like to watch my YouTube still, but when I scroll through all this, shorts content, it's insane how much stuff there is out there now. And after a while, like, I could watch some stuff that's cool, but then I get to a certain point, like, okay, I've had enough. I'm getting enough brain dead watching all this stuff. And that's the sad part. Some people are highly addicted to it, and it is what it is. But yeah, it's just sad. You don't see like back then that we used to sit around TV and play. I don't know, the GameCube or the Wii, or even the Wii or whatever. And the GameCube days were great. When the Super Nintendo was around. All that fun stuff, but yeah, I learned to accept new and old technology even today. Like, I'm like, oh yeah, okay, I learned to accept that for what it is. But yeah, I still take collecting at heart, no matter how the world's changing now. So that's kind of the sad reality of it. Anyway, like you want Fortnite. It went on Fortnite a couple days. Oh, I haven't. You gave me something, really? Oh God, I'll have to check that out then. Dora came out August 14th of 2000 BF. Okay, so 2000. We're 96, born in 96. It only makes sense that, yeah, it's a couple years off. So that, of course, that's how we remember it. We're like, young back then. South Park is coming to Fortnite. Oh God, is it really? I still watch South Park every now and then. That's what we watched with my buddies. He likes playing some South Park once in a while, playing it for old time's sake. South Park is a good show. I don't know. It just, for some reason, like the old episodes were pretty funny. I like, okay, if you understand like the whole views of them and whatever, but then when you get to the newer ones, they're kind of like, I don't know. They kind of they're funny. Some of them they don't feel the same because they took out certain characters. I don't know, but it's like anything with certain shows now. They just get old or not funny anymore. For example, look at The Simpsons. How long was that freaking gone for? You know? No joke. Yeah, I believe it. Anything's possible in Fortnite now. They're pumping the hell out of that game. It is so freaking popular now. It's unbelievable. Still is. I bet that's another thing I wanted to maybe do more of here. There's a lot of games on the table, like for multiplayer now. They're adding more content to them. Yeah, like Simpsons, for example, like, yeah, the old ones are really funny, but then, you know, I tried watching, like, one of the newer ones. I just had a straight face. Like, there's nothing funny about it. Like, I don't know how people are still watching it. I honestly don't. I don't know what is what's funny about it. It's just not, you know? So, I don't know whether people are just watching it just because they're not to laugh at it or what it is. It's just weird. I don't know. But, yeah. Family Guy, they have their own same idea. I guess the new one's got kind of not that funny, and it's just me though. I don't know about anyone else about those types of shows. I mean, that's all I basically watched when I was growing up is cartoons and mainly maybe some movies, yeah. But I didn't watch any kind of crazy movies really until I got a lot older normally. So even then, when I tried watching them, I had no interest in them at all. So I mean, I learned what my tastes are now, kind of a thing. Like musicals, I don't mind stuff like that, but when it comes to kind of weird, I don't know, kind of movies, no, not so much. You know, all depends. And there's certain TV shows I remember growing up, and they're not even the same anymore. They really suck, to be honest. they're not the same quality as they should be. Let alone, you know, the way the programming has gone. Okay, so Barney came out in 1992. Yeah. Oh, interesting there, GF. Okay. Well, that's when Barney came out. So, well, that was way before we were even born. Jeez. SpongeBob is in Fortnite now. No joke. Oh my god. SpongeBob. Oh, that'd be funny to get as a skin. For real. Blue's Clues came out in September 8th, 1996, BF. Yeah. And I met the one and only Steve at that show. He was really friendly. He was very nice, honestly, when I talked to him. My picture taken. I think I showed you it, didn't I, GF? I can't remember. I had a photo op with him. And, I mean, if I did, I'll have to find the copy in my files somewhere. I don't know if I even do have one like that. Otherwise, I'll have to find my actual... I have the actual picture. I just... My, stash of, what do you call it? Voice actors I've met. Which I met a lot of. You know? Yeah, I met Steve this past... I think, yeah, it would have been... last August, I think. Or I can't remember. I don't remember the year. I think it was last August. Something like that, at least. Let's see. We'll do, that's sure, why not? And, Bananas in Pajamas came out on July 20th, 1992, BF. Oh, okay. Cool. They're only 1992 shows. Oh, thanks, Mason. I'll check on that later for the Twitter post or X, known as X now. Freaking so used to saying that now. See, that's how I'm so stuck in the times. It's like anyway. Mainly on that I'll just use well, it's Facebook once in a while, but then I have the they call it all the stuff on Google too, and, like trending topics. So they're all in the '90s, pretty much around the time era when they brought out all these really fun shows, you know, because they never had, I guess, up until a certain year they finally started bringing out more stuff. And Little Bear came out October 7th of 1995. Yeah, I know because I'm looking it up Google BF. Oh, okay, GF. So you're like doing a research on it essentially. That's cool. Yeah, there's a lot of like TV shows. I figured they were all at least in the '90s. You know, like within that. So yeah, because I was born and raised in '96, so it's a year difference when Little Bear came out. Jeez. So some shows came out right around when I was around, or maybe after or before. Like maybe my brother's time. Like they probably watched a lot of like Barney and stuff like that. I'd imagine if or Banana Pajamas. Oh yeah, I used to watch that. That I do remember. Oh, my dad used to watch it with my older brothers there when they were growing up. I remembered they used to put on that show all the time. It was one of the first probably shows I watched. Next to, I think Blue and Blue's Clues at that point. Although SpongeBob I did grow up with too. I still watch it today though. The old episodes are still really funny though. It's just like anything else. New stuff is not. I watched it, but it's not quite the same, you know. Way the show's been going, unfortunately, with that either. I grew up in 2000s. Yeah, see, it would have been 2000s, which is still a great time. I remember there was a prime time for a lot of like TV shows when they were coming out and everything. Let alone gaming as well. All right, GG's. It's a good game. That's a really good game. I was gonna send you a DM there, Mason, that I completed the. I did. I completed it. So feel free to check that out. Yeah, it's sitting on the ball right now, and those two pieces, by the way. So you could have it sitting on the ball, or you could take it off the ball and put those panels back on, obviously, and then you could change it into the ball again. So yeah. I thought to also send you a message while I was at it. Like the memes, you can't believe it. Yeah, really. I'm surprised. I couldn't believe it either. I got it done that fast. I'm good at Lego building. I'll give myself credit. Like, my dad's like, geez, hope you did this right. I said, I think so. Yeah, it swivels and everything, so. The only thing I gotta do is put the light kit in there, which that yellow bulb, like the fake one, it looks really nice, don't get me wrong, but there will eventually be a legit light up one. It'll be white in color. It'll be like a fluorescent sort of thing, or I don't know how to describe it. It'll be an LED light I'll put in there. I had the kit. I just gotta figure out how to install it. That'll be the tricky part. So I'm thinking, you know, at some point there's some online instructions I gotta look at, and the company sells light kits for everything. So I'm gonna probably buy another one, but also there's one from a piranha plant. I'm also gonna buy too. That would look really lovely actually in my room, because that piranha plant's looking kind of sad without a light kit. So I think that's also gonna need one. If this one works out really well, I'm gonna buy another one from the same company. off of Amazon. So, I know I got into gaming in the 2010s. Yeah, so I grew up with Sonic 2. That's pretty much my main rig when I was growing up. And also, I was reminded of this, but let alone I know my chapters in my history of growing up as gaming. Um, I was very lucky I didn't have parents who were like, like, they weren't overly, on top of my shoulders so much. I've been just re-reminded kindly and told stuff, whatever. But as I got older, I'm like, oh, and then I used to look at the clock a lot, when I was younger. And you see, I had a tendency of saying, oh, it's time to eat, whatever. So that's why, I was always punctual when it came to, say, coming into classes and stuff. Because here's the thing. My teachers growing up, some of them were like, oh my goodness, you seem to be here always on time, blah, blah, blah. It's like, yeah, I'd like to be punctual, And it wasn't a bad thing, because here's the thing, some of the kids were like, oh, geez, he seems like he's pretty punctual. It's like, well, yeah, because I grew up the way I did. Oh, shoot, I've screwed up. But, it was great at the time when I got a chance to experience these games, and I still do today, Grew up on the Sega. That was my first system I ever had. And I still have a Sega to this day. So, that was a great time. And then I moved on to the N64 and the NES. The NES I played through first. I remember getting at a flea market back then, and then I still have the same NES I grew up at, at my cottage when I used to have one. And boy, well, it was good times. I played Mario Brothers on it and all that stuff. The very first Mario Bros. And, so yeah, I grew up in that era. Up until today's gaming. Now, of course, in the modern times, there's some really good games, for sure. Don't get me wrong on that one. They definitely had some great masterpieces, I guess, I don't know. But there's certain games, yeah, they should have just not have done the open world, in my opinion. But that's me, though. Kung Fu Panda, I saw all them in the movie theater, no joke. Yeah, I did too. I remember my aunt and uncle taking me to those, to be honest. I wanted to let you know when those TV shows came out, BF. Well, I appreciate the letting me know there, Jeff. And also, it's an interesting topic to talk about, back in our times and our future. Because, it's interesting to share that. Because there's people in my audience right now. Some may have grown up in the early 1990s, for example. Or has I grew up in the 2003s, So there's always a difference in their times, and who knows what the future's gonna hold. I mean, we don't. People are gonna guess, oh yeah, we're gonna have these robots and these things, and AI is taking over. I mean, AI is ridiculous now. It's just taking over absolutely everything in a horrible way, but in a good way. So that's the problem. It's good and bad, the way I've looked at AI now, and I don't particularly support AI. I never had much. I'm sorry, I can't help it, but now I got a phone that's AI driven. Well, okay, I don't care, but I'm not in support of in terms of really using it, because I mean, look at my live streams. I'm just doing them the old-fashioned way, still actually talking to somebody. I'm not a freaking robot voice, saying these words out of my mouth right now. It's just, I don't know. There really should be a better balance, but unfortunately there isn't now, I guess. Anyways, I love the movie theater. I do too. I still go to the movie theaters. There's my friends, it is a shame that, they like to do these live streams, the streaming, sides of things. And the thing is, I find there's always a risk in that. I don't like doing that. I personally would rather just go to a legit stream service, get your stuff, and watch it there and then. I don't want to go through a stupid thing, and do that. I'd rather do the extra work, get a DVD or Blu-ray player, whatever you got, or game system, cool, whatever, and put your discs in. That's it. No, none of that crap. Because here's the thing. You know, I mean, you got your YouTube service. Okay, I can trust that. But what I will not trust and believe in are these boogeyman websites, I call them. You know, unknown sources that, you know, could lead to serious harm, but also, too, you know, like, you could also be in jeopardizing yourself and trouble. And here's the thing, right? It's just pirating. It's bad. Very bad. And I myself, and I'm just like, what the hell? Like, oh, why are people doing this? But here's why. Oh, it's free! Oh my god, I have no money! So then, you know what happens? Oh, I'm gonna take advantage of the, you know, the online world. Of course you will. Because you don't give a shit about collecting, so yeah, anyway. Yeah, I just summed it up, I guess, you know. But, you know, this here's the thing. And people, a couple of times asked me, like, whoa, you don't really, do you do much e-shopping? I said, well, I do on the console, but not as much as I do at the store. Or I've learned to accept Amazon, yes, for my games. But not for older games, no. You know, for older games, I'm still going out to whatever brick and mortars are left and supporting them, because I don't believe in. I like this whole emulation thing is another problem. I feel. I don't know. That's just me. Bad idea. Don't pirate. No, yeah, it's very bad to do. And BTW, I love how we grew up watching the same shows and we didn't know it till we met years later in high school, BF. Yeah, exactly. That's the thing we learned about each other. Like, we kind of grew up with the same sort of stuff. I mean, I introduced you to stuff too, I guess. With, like, maybe gaming? I don't know. Maybe because of me, like with Mario and stuff. Oh, look at that. Looks like a new character, I think. Very nice. I think that was a new character. Huh. Cute. Purple too. But anyway, yeah, it's very interesting, you know, and that's the passion I always take is growing up. And I took, I don't know who and what, I kind of toned them down, but I don't know. Somebody from, I guess, one of these conventions or whatever, they're saying, oh, you know, I like to pirate my Switch games because, you know, it's great. I'm thinking, nah, it's not a good idea. That's my opinion. And I didn't comment. I said nothing. And the guy overheard me, and I said, well, I just bought some retro games. He's like, oh, you do realize you can emulate them, right? I'm thinking, all right, buddy, who do you think I am? That's really what I said. I said, oh, you got the balls to comment to me, didn't you? I thought in my head. He goes, oh yeah, I'm just saying, you know, it's free. I said, yeah, it's free, but you know what? I don't like doing that. That's just me. I like to buy my games and enjoy them for what they are. And he goes, oh yeah, they still collect dust anyway and whatever. I said, all right, have a nice day. You're just gonna talk toxic about it. That's fine. Move along, my friend. And as soon as I said that, you know, he moved along. So yeah, you know, people are ignorant. They don't really care about others' interests. Those kinds of people are just full of themselves, in my opinion. They think they live in the modern era. They want to, you know, have everything like as it should be in their eyes, and it's just ridiculous. And I'll bet you they grew up with physical games way before all this existed. Now here's the thing: none of this existed. All right. Let's just say this. If there's no emulation, no way to pirate, no way to do this, no way to do... you would have no choice but to go to a bloody store and buy your games. If there was no eShop, nothing. And you know what? If the argumentatively, I don't know, let's just say this, the eShop, all it had to offer was some games that you can't get at the store and DLC. That's it. All you had to do, the only way you were able to get your Mario, your Sonic, your Kirby, you had to go to the store and buy it. You know, that's just my opinion. But I know I'm kind of stressed on this, but no, seriously, like it's ridiculous the way people figure that they know better. And they don't. They honestly don't. And you know, I could argue with you about certain games that you cannot get on the eShop. You have to buy at the store or on Amazon. That's your only choice with certain games. That's just the way I've looked at it and what I've seen. Like Limited Run. I mean, hey, that's a good example, I guess. But anyway, I digress. But yeah, it's one of those topics where I'm like, welcome in there, GamerX. How's it going? Well, that's just it. When you're supporting the people doing that, you know, it's a good thing. Also, gamer, you should have been. I think you're a moderator. It's weird. Welcome in though, nonetheless. You might have to retype there. I had to re-add it for some reason. It was weird. There we go. Now it's working. Nice. Okay. Welcome in, by the way. I knew you were new to my team, so that's weird. Anyway, less supporting the game studios and makers, and there's nothing wrong with that. You know, you just woke up. Fair enough. I hope you're rested well. I know you're feeling unwell, so at the time when I last spoken to you. If you remember in This me introduced me. If you remember, you introduced me to some games. If I remember, but can't say it's Mario or GTA because I was playing those before we met. BF just saying. Right, I think you were too, like on the DS and all that, because that was our jam back then. We were playing the DS, and I was playing the Tamagotchi Life or whatever it was. I played a hell of a lot of it back then. Yeah, and you're welcome, by the way, there, GamerX. I thought to give you that. That I already had, but I might have, I think, forgot or something, but should work now. Welcome there, Awesome Jess, to the stream. Thanks for joining. How you doing, Awesome Jess? Appreciate the likes on the stream as well. Those that have joined in, I appreciate that. Here, I'm a bit better, but not 100%. My voice is a bit back a little. That's good to hear. Wow, it's taken a while for you to conquer this bug. Yeah, I mean, the best thing, do whatever's best for you. I mean, shoot, it's been, it definitely does suck not having a voice for a while. And what's going on, Hunter? You're more than welcome to join us. The code is up on screen there. So feel free to put the code in. Yeah, lobbies are open. There's lots of space for everyone to join in. And yeah, if you want to come on down and chat, you're more than welcome to as well. There is a Discord. Just a friendly reminder to y'all. You're more than welcome to join the Discord. My moderators or myself can put the command in. But just a reminder, it's ! Discord for the command, so it should work. Whoa, I'm going off course here. Yeah, it's only us moderators or like the content creator myself can use it for the command. So I set the Nightbot up where it'll work on that. Let alone it usually does it on its own once in a while, so I had to readjust that. So and there is definitely a link if you're interested. Which, that, by the way, we're going to do an after party to catch up with everybody, for those that want to join later. I'm pretty much, I know I've said this before, for those that are just already had tuned in about this, but I'm going to be doing some Animal Crossing kind of off stream, simply because, like, my island needs some work, and, well, you see, it's for the new update. I wanted to, make my island a bit better and more updated from last, streams when I did it, so it'll take a lot of work, but I have some envisions in mind. Welcome in there, Naminsky. Sounds great. We're happy to have you there. Welcome in, Naminsky. Yay, it works. Okay, good. Just want to make sure. So looks like it does work. Great. Uh, that's really weird. Okay. Oh, never mind. Thought I had seen something incorrect. I'm good. I forgot to say this is my first time racing with you in 2026. That's very true. Yeah. In fact, it's my first time like streaming. I guess in the new year of like this game in general. So for sure. I would do knockout. I think we're gonna stick to regular races if that's okay. There, Neminsky. Hope you don't mind. We'll definitely need to do a collab AC Animal Crossing Luminary. Yeah, I'm happy to do a collab with you there, Osman Jess. Are you getting the DLC by chance there, by the way, for Animal Crossing? That'd be very cool if we both. I don't know if you're getting the actual like game cartridge or just the DLC add-on. I'm just getting the DLC add-on, so. I don't know. Well, I mean, it's been requested, but I mean, I'd rather stick to verse to be honest with you guys. Oh shoot! I just got the request just after there, Hunter. Can you remove coins, please? Oh, okay. Tell you what, Hunter, if you're gonna be sticking around for the next set, I will do the no coins. If that's that I can do. It's yeah. I'll do that next time. I've just seen it after. Okay. Yeah, I'm planning to add the DLC, but yeah, almost my birthday. Oh, nice. Okay. Well, you do a collab then at some point with that game. I'm cleaning up my island right now to get it ready for. Well, yeah, collaborations, but just it's more so because it's been outdated. All right, awesome. Well, we'll do this set, and then we'll do no coins. Yeah, on the custom items. I don't know if we're able to change it after a race or not. I don't recall. Yeah, I'm open to like requests like that. That's fine. Gotta go BRB since I just woke up. I have not eaten. Oh, no worries, Sir Gamer. Yeah, you got it. Yeah, feel free to go if you want to go and eat and stuff. I got that. I wouldn't be streaming right now if I was eating, so that's just me because I have like bigger meals and it's hard for me to stream and eat at the same time. I tried that, it just doesn't feel right to me. I don't know. And I just get like food everywhere, and that's just not what I want to do. Although I've eaten at my desk before. Okay, here's the thing. I don't know why it feels weird to me. It just does. Okay, so get this. Like I forget why and reason why I did this. I don't remember, but normally I'm so used to a point. I'm so used to eating, you know, downstairs in my living room or whatever, or just in my what do you call it? In my dining room or my kitchen or something like that, right? Then if I bring my meal upstairs here, right, and say I eat at my computer desk or something, it just feels a bit weird. Like, oh, what the hell? Like, I feel like I'm at a new workstation or something, you know? It's just the vibe for me. I'm feeling like, oh, this feels weird. It's like I'm, you know, at a new job or something, you know what I mean? I don't know. I mean, there's lots of people that I'm sure had to eat at work like that, or like at an office job or whatever. That's what it felt like kind of to me. Cause I'm like, ooh, geez, I'm not used to this. But I mean, I did it a couple times, and after a while, I'm like, oh, okay, it's actually not that bad. It just feels different, you know. But doing that and kind of doing the multi thing while streaming, no, I can't do that. I just no. In fact, why I don't know how the heck I remember this, but somebody was eating on. This was on their camera, right? They're like kind of smiling and almost had like a piece of bread in their mouth, like they're trying to eat a sandwich and looking at the screens, like, oh my god, holy crap, dude, just take a BRB break or something because you're eating and talking at the same time. Like, holy crap, chill. You know, I thought, but I can't remember who this was. But anyways, it was kind of funny to watch, but. I remember back then thinking, geez, man, maybe you should be reconsidering just having something to eat and then stream. You know what I mean? That's my motto of what I've done. But I mean, yeah, I can get away with snack, I guess, but yeah, doesn't really suit my needs. I don't really find the sense. If I really want to snack, I just either snack after stream or I don't know. Maybe I mean my BRB break would take longer if I did, but then again, you know, when I eat snacks, it picks up so much in my microphone. It's like, I don't know about that. Especially with like chips and stuff like that. So, my favorite SpongeBob episode? Oh lord, there's a lot to name. That's a great question. Jeez, I don't know. Not that I'd have to think about that. It is a catchy song. I would say that when they learn how to tie your shoes, I don't know if you remember this one or not. I don't know. Something about that episode was kind of funny, but like, you know, loop de loop and pull, like it was kind of cool, like the way they sort of did that music. You know what I mean? I found that one kind of funny, to be honest. Also, it was educational for learning how to tie your shoes and stuff. Cause that was something I used to really struggle with for a while. And then I finally got it on my own after watching that specific episode. So I learned it off a cartoon. I didn't learn it off of YouTube or anything. And X is one of my favorites. Is it really? Oh yeah. I mean, there's there's like that band one I really like too. I can't remember the name of it. When they were in the big shell and they were marching on the street and all that. Yeah, that had some gags and laughs for sure. Or the hall monitor, that was one of my, oh geez, that was one of my favorites too. I know a couple of them offhand. One when the whole Mermaid Man and Barnacle Boy thing, I remember though they had some good episodes too. Yeah, there's a lot to name. Oh, a lot of good ones. Sweet Victory, yeah. One reason that's true. That was cool the way they did that. Oh man, good times. There was a lot of key moments in that show, I guess, you know, that really stood out even back then. Ooh. We got an orb here. What is this gonna do? I know this is different, but it's kind of like eating in the caf at school. But if you had to do something for one of your classes and you have to eat in a different room, for example. Yeah, it just feels weird. I don't know. Even then, it is. You know, like I'd feel kind of overly. Maybe it's the isolation. You know what I mean? Like maybe I'll have like it maybe feels like a moment to me where, oh, what the hell? I'm eating on my own. It's in a closed space. I feel isolated. You know what I mean? Like maybe that's what it is. To me, like when I'm eating with other people, it's really I prefer that. I guess, you know, I've always have. I mean, it's fine. I don't mind eating on my own somewhere, like in an open room or whatever, you know? Maybe that's what it is. Like, for example, when I come to your place there, Jeff, like, oh yeah, I'm eating in an empty, open room. Not empty, but I'm eating in an open room, but on a table. Like, I just prefer it on a table because it's easier for me to eat, right? Sure, I could eat on a TV tray. I have no problem with that. It's just, I guess it's easier, you know, on a bigger table. You know? But I don't know. It all depends, I guess, right? Like, what the environment's like for me and whatever. Like, here at home, like, I very, very rarely... I feel like I even eat in my room now, you know? I'll drink water in my room. I've done that a lot, but... I don't like food much at all. So I guess it is, you know. I don't know. Like I'm out in the public, right? And um, what do you call it? I don't. It doesn't bother me, you know. It used to. I actually that's one of the things that used to always kind of bother me is eating out in the public. I don't know what it was. Like maybe I was just too shy to do it at the time. I don't freaking remember, but I just remember like, oh yeah, I always want to eat at home. Oh, I always want to. But I kind of realized like, oh yeah, well that's not always, you know, the case, right? Of why, like that's just not always reality to eat at home every single day. It's just not how it works. So, especially when you get older. But anyway, the first SpongeBob movie is still a classic. Oh, 100% it is. Yeah, I agree. The first SpongeBob movie was great. Um, it's just like Pokemon, you know. Pokemon, they did a lot of good movies. Like, for example, like yeah, everyone loves to talk about the 2000 movie, or you got your you know, older sets. No, the newer stuff was great too. See, there's certain shows, or you know, TV shows that that were good. You know, even if they're fairly new or whatever. You know, so nice try pushing me in there. I seen that. So yeah, there's a lot of things that you know I felt like the newer shows were good in, like Pokemon was. I guess it still is, but nowadays it's really changed because of how the characters are. It just feels a bit different and weird to me, not having the same characters. Sometimes I don't know. There's only so much you can do in a TV show sometimes now. It's just the way it is, in my opinion. They can stretch it out enough to a point where, like, okay, this is not funny anymore, or there's really not enough, you know, entertainment in it anymore, you know? So. And certain shows just went off air because they couldn't do it anymore, or whatever it is, right? So. Which is technically true. From what I recall in certain shows. Wow, I'm in the lava like crazy. It's been a while since I was able to drift too. Of course, I'm using a card I'm not used to be fair. Or get cancelled. Yeah, that too. That's also happened, you know. Production, you know, it was really, I think, at its peak way back then. You know, especially with specific movies and whatever. Not so much now with certain stuff. It's like nowadays, it's like, oh boy, you know. Production's there, but it's not the same. You know. It's been a lot of complications and stuff that has happened, unfortunately. Let alone the world changed a lot, which is sad to see as well. So. But what always used to bother people a lot is when they used to have over criticism over a lot of, I guess, I'm not trying to remember correctly. They used to have a certain criticism about not movies or TVs, but like, for example, like there's the Pokemon versions, right? There's Pokemon Sapphire and Emerald, for example, and then they're like, oh, well, it's just the same game anyway. It's like, oh yeah, but you know what? I'm sorry, no. Yeah, sure it is, but then, you know, as a collector, you definitely want to get a hold on that, and here's why. Duh, you can't get the Legendary in front of the Pokemon box if you don't get that version, and also, you know, so yeah. I remember people ignorant back then about it. I do remember that. They're like, oh, it was the same version anyway. It's like, yeah, but you were gonna miss out on your Legendary. And they're like, oh, yeah, that's true. Oh, well, no shit, it's true. So yeah, I remember that debate. But Yeah, like even now, like for example, Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. I got both games, of course. Why? Because I'm a collector, but not only that, I tend to go after my legendaries at the end of the games. So that is kind of the way the came in a double pack, which was nice. So there's that. Do you like, or should I say love that we both have a lot like in common, like music and games and that? BF. I do love that they're GF. Yes, I do love the fact that we have similar interests as well. Which surprisingly enough, we do. A little surprised considering there are certain things that I didn't think I would be interested in until you showed me. To be quite frank, yeah. There's certain stuff I didn't think I would be all that interested in until it showed me their GF, to be fair. I was like, oh geez, now I'm interested in it. I never was before. As an example. I haven't really been introduced in it that much. Oh! Actually, I can switch it now. Hold up. I just realized this. No teams, items, custom items. Okay, we're gonna do no coins. There we go. Okay, your request has been made. Perfect. Yes. Okay, I was able to do it now. Okay, beautiful. No coins. All right, perfect. Okay, good. I thought I would have to go through everything, but we're in luck. I'm glad I was able to do that now. Oh god, I didn't realize I was able to do that. So now I know. I thought I just kind of forgot. I hadn't really done any requests in a while in this game, and I realize it's different than Mario Kart 8. I didn't want Netflix to own Warner Brothers. Yeah, that's bad. That's not great what's going on there. I feel like it's kind of a... Well, here's the thing with Warner Brothers. They're a big deal, but then it's not a... They're really shifted. It's not a... They're not gonna be pretty, I don't think. And, you know, Netflix is taking over a lot of crap. That's the thing. They all got a lot of money to spend. Just... That's a whole can of worms, though, for some people. And then you got your Paramount, and oh man, it's it's kind of a mess, I guess, you know. But you know, they may not make stuff the same, and you have the fear of like all these, I guess, liabilities. I don't know, but who knows how that's gonna all sync now. It can be quite a big deal if something were to really change. I mean, yeah, sure, you get more convenience of your favorite TV shows and movies, I guess, but you know, I don't know. I mean, if their focus on is to add more stuff, then sure, but I don't know about that. If Netflix owns them, say goodbye to movie theaters. Yeah, that's kind of true. You know, and that's going to be very bad. Because, you know, it's just going to ruin the generation of people, you know, the growing up without going to the movie theater, and that's really disappointing when you think about it. Like I was trying to say, it was like going to be a shift, and here's the thing, you know, I still stick by to the point where I like to have my own movie theater, it's cool, but still like my movie theaters and my popcorn, you know. It's gonna suck. You won't be able to enjoy that anymore. And then, you know, there's gonna be some ignorant people out there gonna be like, oh, but you know, you can pop your own popcorn at home and have your drinks, and it's like, oh, well, okay. Aren't you a party pooper? You don't like to go out anywhere. You like to sit your ass on the couch and not go anywhere. But I get it. You gotta go to work. You gotta do this and that. I get that. But why not enjoy your life a little on the weekends or whatever you got your time off of is? And then, no, that's all I could say. But the way stuff is shifting, it's not great, you know, at all. When they're doing stuff like that, you know, and it really is disappointing in my opinion. But You know, they gotta please the audience of the digital era, which is very can be frustrating at times. So here's another topic for y'all. I know I've maybe talked about this in my past streams, but what do y'all think of the freaking Xbox, right? Think about that one for a minute now. Oh, they apparently, what did they do? I think they raised the price on their subscription pass and all that. I'm pretty sure they did, by the way. And yeah, the vast majority of games, the more you pay and the more you this. But like, oh my god, I might as well. I'd rather just subscribe to the gold at that point, you know, and get buy all my games. And well, you see, there's certain abilities I won't be able to get. No, but anyway, it's a whole mess. That one too. Um, eh. I'd rather just play in my regular hardware still at that point. That's what I mean. I'd rather just do that. But anyway, but I'm quite proud. You know, there's certain things like a lot of games I have on my shelf right now that I, you know, enjoy. That's kind of the thing with me. And most games I have right now, yes, they're also available say on Steam or whatever it is. But then there's games. I feel like, oh yeah, I've definitely got a good library to a point where, you know, I don't have to bother with any of those services, you know, so much. Other than, you know, playing Minecraft, for example. But that's all about it. Paramount want to buy them for more money, like in the Netflix, and 80 million something sus is happening with that. Yeah, that's true. There's been a lot of uproar, I guess, with that. You know, I guess there's been uproar with it. You know, people are disagree to agree on this, and you can see why. You know, like they're gonna the more they're gonna put out there and then take away, it's just gonna be worse for. In my opinion, the economy makes it. That's another story. I'm not in politics much, but here's the thing: the theaters themselves, you know, make up certain revenue. I guess if I remember correctly, on like these movie sale tickets, and you know, like here's the thing, right? The old way was, hey, check it out at theaters, and if you really love this movie, let's go buy it on DVD. Nowadays it's both ways, I guess, where you can buy it on a DVD, but then also, oh man, go check it out on your favorite Netflix or whatever it is now. You know, now available. It's like, okay, but I don't know. If I really like a movie, I just buy it on DVD now. You know, if I really want to rewatch it. The only reason why I have streaming services is because mainly my family uses it. I mean, I'll use it too, but you know, the funny part is I'll actually buy it. And here's the difference, right? There's certain DVDs I will buy that are also not available on any of these services. There's no way of getting it unless you go on a stupid website, which I refuse to do. And you know, because of these risks and whatever. And here's the thing. There's certain movies or TV shows that literally don't exist on any of these platforms. So what the hell do you have to do? You gotta go to the store. You gotta go to Amazon. You gotta get your brick and mortar stores. You get your used DVDs. That's the only way, you know, that I can watch these older shows. It's stupid. It really is very stupid. It's like, why have these, you know, these streaming services if I can't watch everything I want? It's really dumb. And here's the thing, right? There's certain TV shows, say on like Prime or whatever it is, all of a sudden they're like, oh, you gotta buy this box subscription. It's like, why? Like, what? Like, what are they doing? You know, there's certain things, like certain episodes of a TV show I've noticed, they're like, oh, no, you gotta pay more money. It's like, oh, no, I won't. I'm gonna buy it on DVD then. You know, that just discourages me more from subscribing to any other service. You know, it does, and I hate when they do that stuff. Stupid, in my opinion. But anyway, that's my take on all that, I guess. Yeah, I saw that. Let's see here. You're going to Southland. That's funny. I may have to leave after the Grand Prix. Okay, no worries there, Hatcher. You got it. Yep, you gotta go after this, no problem. And let's see here. We're coming up to almost 2 hours, so we're good. I was gonna go for about 2 hours of a stream anyways for today. That was my plan, like always. Well, I mean, I went for about 3 on my playthrough, so. Yeah, what's going on here? I see the Team Booze up against me here. What are you doing, Team Booze? Both of them are pushing me. Whoa, I'm going speedy. I'm going speedy on my own. Whoa, you just pushed me over the rail. Okay, that was kind of funny. That was great. You gave me a boost. Thanks, Booze. Eight time. What are you doing? I guess they're being funny. I don't know. Let's see here. Time VF. And with that, yeah, it kind of sucks that the year 2040 getting closer to the year 3000, people won't have jobs anymore because robots will take over. No offense to you or anyone else, but that sucks big time, BF. Oh, absolutely it does. And that's what's scary, you know, like there's certain jobs out there that be cut out, and that's bad on, in my opinion. It makes it worse for people. There'll be less jobs to take, you know? And it already has happened even in our society today. You know, for example, I look at McDonald's, okay? There's like 2 cashiers. That is, oh my god, okay? And I go to the screen every time. It's like almost like they don't. I mean, there is a server there, but it's like, well, what the hell? You gotta have a bank account to pay for your food now. It's insane. And you know, it was never like that back then. Now it's just controlled by a computer screen. You know. So I mean, it's pretty crazy how stuff's evolved like that. And some no offense, but some dumb genius decided to think, oh, this will be great. We're gonna lose lots of work. Oh, but did they ever think of the repercussions? Oh, I bet they didn't. I bet they didn't. You know, they probably thought, oh, this is a great convenience. This is a great convenience for losing more jobs for people. That's what it does. That was my opinion on all this, but you know. Like, sure, you got your cooks still, and you got one cashier that's never at the cash register anymore. And, like, you know, yeah, I don't know. Depends on the McDonald's you go to, but the McDonald's in my house is terrible for that. And, you know, here's the thing. Depends on location, I guess. Sure, I'll give it that. But, you know, McDonald's in my house is terrible for that reason. There's nobody ever at the cash register, unless you literally look around like, oh, excuse me, I'm actually paying with the cash, and they're like, oh, duh. People that still pay with cash, I did. And here's the thing. That's another thing that drives me crazy is that, like, why? Just why? Okay, now I get it. It's a pain in the ass to have cash with you. Oh, no, it's not. I mean, okay, it is. Maybe it is if you have a lot of it. It's a security concern maybe for people. I get that, but have $20 in your wallet. I still do that today. And wanna know why? Well, what if I want to get a burger and fries at McDonald's? I'm just gonna use my $20 I have right now, right? That's a great example. I want to get some coffee or whatever it is. Why in the world would I want to pay for one coffee on a debit card? That is, I don't know. I mean, sure, I've done this. Okay, there's nothing wrong with it, right? Say, for an example, you order a couple of coffees and it comes up to like $8. Okay, yeah, that's fine. But back then, I mean, I used to always think like, oh god, really, just for my coffee I'm paying debit with this? Oh boy. You know, I don't know. But another side of the thing is that I've come to realize sometimes I'm like, oh shoot, I have no change left, so I'll have to pay the 80 cents with debit. As funny as it sounds, you know what I mean? For a balance. And it's unfortunate, that's what you gotta do sometimes, but at least have cash for a coffee. That's just my opinion. You know, on all this. And me buying like a $12 to $14 meal at McDonald's and pay debit? Okay, I can see that. But anyway. But yeah, our future is getting pretty wild. Who knows what this year's gonna bring? I don't know. You know, it's either gonna get. It's probably only gonna get worse. And sadly, with the time, especially with gaming, it's just gonna get a lot worse with all this digital stuff, whatever. PC gaming especially has taken over dramatically like a lot, and it's just. I mean, but I still like my Nintendo consoles. It don't matter. Well, cards are better. They can be. I can't agree. I can't argue with that there, Hunter. Cards are better to a certain degree, but they're also. It just feels kind of funny. This is just me though. It feels funny. This is why daily I take out cash. Right, I take out about $40 cash for having a coffee or whatever it is, or just buying a meal with it. I still do that. And here's the thing: I've used my debit card more than I do cash. I do, yes, I do. But the thing is, it depends on what it is, right? Because I know I'm repeating myself with the whole coffee or buying a drink, but it's true, And if I buy a video game at the video game store, what am I going to turn to? A debit card, right? So, yeah. Very rarely have I paid with cash, say with like a game these days. I never had really in a long time. In fact, I can't remember the last time I did. I think it might have been a birthday or something. I had three $50 bills, and I used two of them on a game, and then I split the 50 up. I bought a meal with one of them for say, and then so on and so forth. That's the last time I kind of used cash like that, but. Here's the thing with cash, though. When it comes to conventions, okay? I'm going to tell you up front, right now, cash is king when it comes to conventions. And here's why, right? I'll give you actually a couple of reasons why cash is king at conventions. It's another thing. In my opinion and my experiences. I hate AI, B2. Yeah, see, I'm not the only one that doesn't like it much. I mean, I learned to accept it, but I don't like it in certain ways. But anyways, when it comes to the whole AI things, here's why I say cash is king at conventions, right? First of all, I've bought in games with cash, and then for example, they're like, oh yeah, it's no tax if you pay cash. On a debit card, like, yeah, you have to pay tax on that if you're using debit. Oh, of course I'm going to pay with cash, because I don't have to pay the tax. That's great, Whereas, and then there's certain vendors who are like, oh no, it's cash only. And people freak out, they're like, what? It's like, well, yeah, you gotta expect that at a convention. And that's why I stress it, on a Discord community. Sometimes I remind people, be like, hey, bring some cash with you. You will thank me later because there is certain vendors that take cash only, They want to buy a pin or something like that, it's a couple bucks, kids, cash only, something like that. No, here's the thing. In a convention, right, there's obviously the big partners or, the convention themselves selling their merchandise. If it's cash, if they take cash, which they usually do, if it's taxed no matter what, okay, at that point, just pay debit, right? But I notice with celebrities, especially with celebrities or, say, voice actors, some have taken debit card off chance. That is true. But there's some, in fact more I think now, they just take cash only. And I've learned that from experience. That's why I always bring cash to conventions, because I look at the pricing of how much a celebrity costs or a photo. Now photo ops, I can book in advance with a credit card or something. That's a bonus. But then if you really want an autograph, I feel like, most cases, it's it's cash only. You gotta go to the event, right? That's why, when it comes to June and the convention I'm going to in Comic-Con season, I'm gonna make sure I have cash. Because what if I want an autograph, So anyway, it's kind of my point. Why I say cash is king in those cases. Not so much when you go to the regular store so much, but I mean, garage sales, you have no choice. You have to have cash, They don't carry around debit machines. especially when they're selling things. Exactly, like Comic-Con, yeah. Cash is king in Lego stores. You got a point there, Hunter. You know, that's... Hey, that floats your boat. I can't argue with that. I mean, shoot. I remember last time I went to my Lego store, I had 150 bucks cash. Guess what? I spent about close to 50 of it at a Lego store, so there you go. You know? And then, I mean, that same day I went to a restaurant. Oh, boom, there's already 30 bucks cash used, you know? Like, I knew my budgets and I knew, like, what I was going to be up against, so... That's one thing is planning financially. It's always key. Sometimes when you can help it. So I'm going to be careful this year. Like, I mean, stuff costs... It's always going to cost a lot more, but... Yeah, it's crazy how stuff has shot up in price. Like, sure, there's a Lego website. But honestly, if I can make the trip out and I have the time, I'll go to a Lego store. I like going to a Lego store, you know, I like to see the sets in person. And that's the thing, like, I like doing that. I like seeing the box arts and all that stuff, and the pricing's right in front of you. So, and yeah, you could use cash at the Lego store, right? I just feel fortunate and lucky enough that, you know, that's still a thing. You know, you're able to still do that in stores and stuff. But again, like with the whole Comic-Con situation and stuff, like yeah, there you sometimes may have no choice but to use cash. And yeah, like there's independent sellers that are like, oh yeah, it's cash only, but we're charging tax, for an example, right? And they don't do debit cards. For example, there's actually a Greek place that's it's a little down the road for me. For many years, they are still doing, believe it or not, cash only. They're stuck in their old ways, man. They have great food, but yeah, gotta have cash. That's another reason why, you know, I stick to having cash in my pocket, because, you know, I go to a place like that. Oh no, we don't take debit or credit card. Oh, but there's an ATM machine. And I ran into this yesterday, okay? I was at the pool hall, okay? Here's a good example. There's a pool hall in my town that doesn't do debit or credit. They take cash only, even for drinks. Say like alcohol beverages or pop or whatever. All cash, nothing. No debit, no credit. So, yeah. And I know every time I go to pool like that, I always have cash on hand. You know, and we all chip in, obviously, now a couple of bucks, because, you know, it works out cheaper the more people you got. But that's the thing, it's not like going to a restaurant where you have a choice of either paying debit or credit or cash, you know. And there's some of these places that still are stuck in their ways, you know, where they don't want to have debit or credit because it costs money for them, you know. But it's also kind of annoying and inconvenient for people. They're like, oh, really? Not going to pay the stupid ATM fee? Well, that's why I use my own bank machine. I don't like ATMs very much. I if I have to, I will. The fees bother me a bit. And here's the thing, I think they're scamming us in terms of that. Certain ATMs, like you'll go to 2 or 3 over, it's like a higher fee. What the hell? I thought it was $6.80. Oh, now this is showing $12.80, for example, for the fee. Well, what the hell? Oh, it's jacked up because it's running low on cash, for an example? Wow, that's bad. You know, so you're wasting money, and it's just, that's why I try to bring cash ahead of time on those types of events. But if it can't be helped, I'm gonna turn to a bad ATM machine, you know? I try to go to my own bank when I can to avoid paying all these stupid fees, and they add up big time, you know, even if it's $3 or whatever, it don't matter. You make 3 withdrawals, oh, that's it, it's already $12. When you could have damn well used that $12, say, on a meal or shopping, right? So, anyway. Welcome back. Okay, let's see here. Oh, who's that joined here? Oh, welcome in. I just saw your name now. Alright. I'm gonna finish this race and then I'll need that in a second. And we're gonna go this way. I can go by Flan. Is it Flanagan? I hope I'm saying that right. Well, in a minute. Just gotta finish this race. Oh, I'm losing control here. What the heck? Why is my controller messing up now? Seriously? That was the worst time. Okay. Never mind, it's alright. It's weird. Anyways, if I finish the race. Oh, 5th anyway. Nice. GG's. Good game. Alright, who's in our chat today? See your name correctly. Game Flanagan. I think it's Game Flanagan. Flam Gaming or something. Welcome in, by the way. I think it's Game Flanagan. I hope I'm saying that right. Or you don't have game in your name. Can you go by Flanagan? I think it's Flanagan? Welcome in. I don't have game in your name. I think it's just Flanagan. Yeah, Flanagan. I hope I'm saying that right. Welcome in, though. They're, Flanagan. Yeah, Flanagan, that's how you say it. Pretty sure. I not trust ATMs. Well, yeah, that's the thing. They're prone to scams, too, I think. From what I heard. Yeah, welcome Flanagan in 57. Yeah, I know I said it right. It took me a bit to figure out the name. Let's see here. We got here. We'll do another one. Yeah, I don't blame you. You know, especially at a convenience store, I don't trust them. I don't know, it's just me. Certain convenience stores I don't trust because, like, people... You know, there's been a time where, like, saying, oh, you get scammed at ATMs and stuff. Yeah, it's happened, unfortunately. You know? Oh. Alright, cool, we'll do this one. Hey, what's up, Mason? How you doing? Yep, I see you in their chat. They've noticed it now. I ruined this one again. Alright then. I don't mind repeats. Because at Comic-Con, you can use card, but you also have to try and make sure you have cash on EBF. Well, yeah, that's like what I was stressing earlier. Because like, I've heard of that model, like with the cash is king part of things. Because here's the thing, right? It can also pay us off to have cash, right? Let alone the autographs. But then there's certain things that are like, oh yeah, we no tax, we pay cash, and if you pay on card, oh sorry, you gotta pay tax, right? I've dealt with this before, you know, and so things like that. Or they'll cut you a deal, you never know. And that's happened. You know, it has certainly happened to me. Well, when I paid with straight cash. And sometimes they will cut you a deal. And you feel like, it's like, yeah, I got this much cash, and I mean, I've negotiated with people. For example, it was supposed to be $50 for these two games. Oh, I got 40 cash. And then one guy's like, oh, it's fine, $40. I'm like, oh, all right. But yeah, sometimes it does pay off. At the end of the day, they just want to sell the damn things. They don't want to carry it all back with them. That's another probably reason why. And I mean, shoot, do you blame them? Especially those vendors, for God's sakes. What's the worst is when they bring back most of their stuff and don't sell anything. That is just sad. And I've seen this happen over the years, and you see, there should be vendors that don't have really good products, or they overprice their things. And the really sad part is, you know, like, I see some of this product, I'm like, well, what the hell? Why isn't anyone buying this stuff? And I realize, oh, okay, maybe it's junk, or they don't, you know, it's not worth their while to, you know, spend their money on it. So, it is what it is. It's even like when Maple Leaf Taverns was open, you had to have cash on you. Remember BF? Yep, I do. That's another good example. There's certain bars out there that are very old-fashioned. They won't take debit or credit cards. And I think I know the reason why some businesses do this still is because they're saving money. Maybe they're on limited rent and all that stuff. In fact, the owner told me a long time ago with the pool hall wide. They're like, yeah, this is gonna cost us way too much money, he said. And the fact is, like, it's easy for us to manage because, like, it, you know, with the taxes, like yeah, like we just basically do cash with the tax, which he does, like with the pool, you know, rates. And it's just that's the way he files the taxes. That, you know, he puts it in. I forget the way he described it. He said, yeah, he cashes it into the bank, but then there's the majority of it does pay for tax, right? On there, like what they have to pay in taxes every year. So, you know, keep the place up and running, yada yada. Yeah, that's the whole story. There's a money handler they deal with, and that's kind of how they do it, basically. Money collectors, you know, they do it for their business, kind of a thing. So, and yeah, certain cash they had to cash in themselves for their employees, and they themselves too, so they get paid. But usually how it goes. That, and they claim it for their income tax. So anyway, yeah. Alright, GG's. Whereas at restaurants, when people get tipped, I mean, yeah, some people do cash, but then they'll also go directly in their, I think, their bank somehow. I've been told this a while ago. That if someone tipped on like a debit machine, it goes directly into their banks or something, but I don't think that's entirely true. I don't know. I haven't worked at a place like that. Because here's the thing. Also, GG's on the game. I believe it goes directly to the business, and then the business gives them a cut of it. I could be wrong about this, about that theory, but anyway, I digress about all that. However, I'm gonna have to get going, guys, and okay, sounds good there, Hunter. Take care. So yeah, we'll see you all next time. However, I appreciate you all watching and hanging out. We are gonna do an after party as promised in our Discord, so definitely check out our Discord. And type it in now just in case. There we go. And you know what? We're gonna look for somebody to raid, guys. Alright, stand by for the raid target, everyone. Alright, let's go find out who we can raid. We might do a Twitch channel or something. Let's go see who's on a raid. We'll raid somebody different, you know? How might do that? Similar size. Same category, let's do that. Otherwise, you have any suggestions, let me know. Let's go find someone to raid. I don't know. Let's see. I could find someone that's doing the same game as us. I don't like the hashtags of that person, no offense. If there are any suggestions, maybe just send me a message about it. The right live redirect is on my YouTube, though. Oh, that's a good one, Mason. Yeah, let's go give it. Actually, yeah, let's go do that. I'm just gonna do it the old-fashioned way because I'm kind of lazy on it. So, on my Twitch side, let's do this. Let's do hashtag Luminary raid. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. It'll be hashtag Luminary raid on both sides. It'll be a YouTube. Oops. Luminary raid. Alright. Alright guys, it'll be on YouTube. I'll put the link in the chat to make it easier. But anyways, I really appreciate you watching, guys. Remember, let's go raid this channel. I'm just gonna put it in both sides. It's just me. It'll be YouTube link just so y'all know. But thanks so much for watching, and we will see you in the next one. Alright, take care, guys. Hope to see you all tomorrow. Take care, everyone. Thanks for watching.
Jersey Mike's is now